What's up, people? Welcome to another edition of the New Breed Podcast, the world's best new metal podcast from two dudes who are really there. I'm one half of your hosting duo, Jay Horsecow. With me, I have my partner in crime, the notorious TIM. Tim, how's it going?
Good, man.
All right, we're back in the saddle. So, what are we doing this week, everybody? This week, we're doing our February albums of the month. So, once again, for this year, we're going to do an episode once a month where we talk about what are we listening to, specifically what came out in the prior month. So, I lost track of how much came out this month. Tim has actually audited me and get me the whole list. So, Tim, let's start with you. What's the first thing out of your list? What's the first thing you've been listening to a lot this month came out recently?
All right. Number one, in fact, all right, we're going to start with full lengths. Or what do you want to start with, actually? Singles?
Let's do full lengths, and then we'll just do. I got a run of singles, so
All right.
we'll
Yeah.
do. Let's do fully slash EPs, and then we'll go into the singles.
All right. Full length. Number one, Infected Rain with Time.
I don't
I'll
know what
just,
this is.
I'll admit it right here. This is one of my guilty pleasure bands. It's nothing really special. It's super generic. Honestly,
But what
from
is it?
it's like, you know that band Ginger?
Yes.
Not as technical. It's a female fronted metal band, 7-string stuff, little gent
Okay.
stuff in there.
Okay.
It's like that mainstreamy metal stuff that's like heavy, like Lacuna Coil,
Gotcha.
shit
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Okay.
But it's like I said, it's nothing special. It's super generic, but dude, I fucking love her voice, man. She's got a great voice. Great scream. They just the songs are generic, but they're catchy at the same time. I don't know how to explain it.
I get you. I get you.
So it's pretty good stuff. Their last record I really loved. So this one came out. I was like, yeah, it's the same stuff, but it's my guilty pleasure band. So
All right.
number two, Red Temple Prey with Can It Get Any Worse? So that's a new record from Jordan Sloan and Josh Richter. You know them guys.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're into their previous EP, I think you were. I think you'll really like this one. So for fans of Smashing Pumpkins, Deftones, Cranberries, that's what they say on there. So I'll let that come out as that's their influences. And then right now, my album of the year is Profiler with a Digital Nowhere. Man, them
It's
dudes do
it
new
is
metalcore.
solid.
They
It's
they
solid.
do that new metalcore stuff so fucking good, man. That record is fucking flawless, dude. It's so fucking good. The first time I listened to it, I wasn't in the right state of mind. I was still sick. And then I put it back on driving home from work, and I was like, yo, dude, this record is so fucking good. Every fucking song is just great. There's not a
Yeah.
bad track on it. They delivered, man. I
It is a
wish they
it
would
is
come
a
on.
well written, solid new metal influenced rock album. Like it really is. It really
Yeah.
is.
They fucking delivered, dude. Because that EP before this, I absolutely love. This record right here, it's gonna be hard to beat this out for me for album of the year.
All right. All
I
right.
mean, the Static X is up there with me. That album gets better with every listen, but this record right here is everything for me right now.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the rest of this year is gonna be terrible in the sense of it's gonna be nonstop releases because
Yeah.
I thought this month was fairly slow and there was a lot more than I remembered. And looking at what's coming up in March, March, April, May, I think is going to be insane. All these bands that are lining up tours, you're starting to see, Knock Loose. I think Loathe is going to have something this year. They're coming to do a full US as support for Knock Loose. I think all these bands that are getting ready to put out these big tours, they're going to have new material to play behind it. So I think
Absolutely.
we're gonna get overrun real quickly. Okay, so for me, what am I listening to so far this year? LP, AP. First one is Gone Mage with Spell Piercings. So shout
That's
out to
in.
Gary.
Yep. That's in my list
Um,
as well.
I I don't even know how to describe this. I mean, he's done a couple of interviews with it. He has a Toilet of Hell interview. I definitely check it out. It really is like a black metal new metal collaboration in the best way possible. Plus he throws in some electronic stuff, some odd sort of chip tunes type pieces. Um, I think he made a remark where he said, I wanted to sound like the first four Korn albums, but they got influenced more by black metal. And I think he pretty
Yeah.
much nails it. Like
Fucking nailed it. Yeah.
it's easy to describe it like that and then have somebody listening to us say that and go, there's no way that makes sense. It's got to sound like weird or way more one than the other. I actually think he perfectly munges both sounds in a way that actually makes it really cool to listen to.
Yeah, I really fucking enjoyed that record. I guess we'll consider it an EP, whatever, but I really fucking enjoyed that. As soon as it comes on, you can hear the Korn influence right away.
Oh yeah, yeah. But Gary has his own spin on on what he puts on stuff. So yeah, definitely check that out. If you're looking if you like new metal, but you like the experimental side of new metal, and you're looking for something a little bit different, I definitely suggest that God Mage.
How about
Uh,
this? Black
okay,
new metal with some blast beats.
yeah, yeah,
It's fucking crazy, dude.
yeah.
I was blown
It's
away at how crazy that shit
I
was.
was and I was texting Tim. I was like, "Hey, this is wild. This album. And you know, I think Gary's next Memorage album is going to be amazing because that one song is really good. But I think this is going to be great. So that's the first thing I've been listening to that came out in February. The next one, this is definitely all me. Collaboration album between The Body and Disfig, Orchards of a Feudal Heaven.
Mm.
So Disfig is a weird electronic artist. So makes sense that they would collaborate with The Body because The Body does some really weird stuff in and of themselves. There's not a there's still the very uncomfortable parts when Chip's vocals come in where he's just screaming at full volume, but it's very much a more experimental dark electronic is the best way I could think to describe it. Very much in that moody, I don't know, Fawn Limbs, Lingua Ignota, you know, that sort of vein. But it was enough that it kept me paying attention the whole album, which sometimes with their collab stuff, it's kind of just, it all blurs together. This one I was really paying attention to. I really, really enjoyed it. So if you're into The Body, if you're looking for something a little bit maybe auditorially challenging, excuse me, jeez, I gotta stop drinking. But at the same time, really, really interesting, I definitely would check that out.
Yeah, that sounds like something I need to get into.
And definitely put it on. I'll tell you, the first track, Chip's vocals come in, you're gonna go, ugh. But it's his screams are not on every track. When they're added, they add more than they take away. Believe it at that.
Okay.
After that, we did God Mage. Shout out to Lance who's coming back on the show. Gurney, that Gurney EP,
Yes.
the Creeper. I've been listening to that nonstop. Tim, what is that? Sludgy drone, blackened sludge drone. I mean, what would you call it?
Think he calls it like sludgy, like stoner sludge or something. I think he calls it.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
really fucking good. It's heavy as fuck.
Heavy, really fuck. Well, I mean, it's Lance. It's Down the Sun. I mean, remember that sound that they came
Yeah.
out with that nobody was close to. I mean, I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
And I was talking to him and I was like, listen, man, like, I won't lie. I fucking hate songs that are 8 minutes long and drag on, but you guys changed it up enough where I didn't get bored.
Yes, that's a good call out. You never realized how long those songs were until
Yep.
after the fact, or you went, oh, that's how long that was? Huh.
Yeah, yeah. He just laughed and he's like, it's good to hear. I'm like, because I ain't gonna lie. When I hear a certain Doom stuff, I'm like, oh my God, enough with this riff. But
Oh,
like
yeah. Bell
they
Witch
did it
and some of that, yeah.
where they did it where it kept me fucking interested the whole time. That's a great record, man. Seriously.
Really, really, really good. And then the last, I guess, non LP before we get into singles is the Heavens Die, A Knife in the Dark
It's
split.
great. Fucking
I am
great.
a huge fan of Heavens Die. I love that snare sound. I love the vocalist. I wish they would go back to a little bit more of the Life of Agony type stuff that he pulls in, but it's considering they took a hiatus for quite a few years and they come back on the scene. They're great. And A Knife in the Dark is, I think it was a Carolina Straight Edge or Georgia Straight Edge. I dig that band too. They're part of that. They're part of that crop with like Domain and all that other stuff that's coming out of the South where
Yeah.
it's pretty catchy, pretty damn good.
Yeah, that absolutely. I love that split as well. I got a couple more actually EPs.
Okay.
This band came out of nowhere for me. They're called Skywalker with No Control. This is like catchy modern metalcore with like that good cop, bad cop singing parts.
Okay.
I usually roll my eyes at that shit, but
That's a good way to describe it, by the way. Good cop, bad cop. It's a perfect, yeah.
this stuff is done very well. It's not overproduced. Like, you know that metalcore where it's so overproduced and you're like, ugh.
Slick. Yeah.
This shit is raw as hell and it reminds me of like early 2000s metalcore. It's really
Okay.
good stuff, so I suggest checking that out. Two more. Banks Arcade with Death 2. I don't know what it is about this band, man. I at first I couldn't stand them, but dude, they just put out this blend of new metal with like this electro rock stuff that just, and the singing is great. I just love this band, dude. I really think you need to check this EP
Yeah,
out. It's
I
fucking
like
good,
that
dude.
last. Didn't they do an LP not too long ago? It was pretty good. It's different.
Which was really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're from Australia. And then one that you're forgetting, Bullets Between Tongues. The Lights Never Lie.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Amazing, amazing screamo influenced metalcore stuff.
Yeah.
Came out. How do you say this name? It's
I
Ephyra.
think it's Ephira.
Okay. Came out on Ephyria. Ephyra. They've been putting out straight bangers, dude.
Them and
Like
Days, it's an
yeah,
arms race. Yeah.
it's funny. In my notes, it says sort of like Days, but almost better. Um, this is late '90s, early 2000s chaotic screamo core at its
Mm-hmm.
best.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking loved it. That EP is great, man. It's unnerving as hell. It's great. It's short as hell, so it goes by. It kicks you in the face real quick, and then it's
Yeah,
out.
I gotta listen to that. I got some time this weekend. I'm gonna try and listen to that with a pair of headphones to really
Yeah,
get my head in it.
yeah. We need to. We should hit that label up. They're putting out a lot of great stuff, man.
Oh, I'll pay them. All right.
All right, but yeah,
Uh, so before we go to singles, there's the album that I probably forgot to bring up that I've been listening to that I'm actually kind of impressed by. The new Kanye West album.
I didn't hear it.
There him at him not playing A game but B game is still better than most rappers out there. There are a couple of tracks where I have them all bookmarked in Spotify that I go back to that dude, when he is on, he is fucking on.
Well, he's a
And
great producer, man.
he's got an ear. And there are a couple of I mean, it's a long album. It's a long album, but I'd say there's a good 8 or 9 tracks where I'm like, yo, this is him hitting on all cylinders. It really is. Like
You get
love
the
him or hate him, he's nuts, but
you get the best out of artists when they have some kind of like, I mean, rap artists. You get the best stuff out of rap artists when they're in some kind of like fight or some
mhm.
kind of like what's the word? Like not like he's in like a different way now because that whole I guess that Kim K shit fucked him up. But
Or was it because he was sleeping with Puff Daddy with every other rapper? Have you been following that story?
I seen that earlier. Yeah, Meek Mills is going crazy.
Dude, supposedly Puffy has officially slept with The Game, Ja Rule, Mace, Usher, Justin Bieber, Rick Ross, French Montana, Meek Mill, Will Smith, Farnsworth Bentley, Lil Nas X, Orlando Brown, TD Jakes, and Miguel. It's like, yo, what? What?
Uh,
I, hey, do your thing.
yeah,
Seriously, do your thing. Like, I'm not judging anybody's lifestyle because I got my own problems. But
yeah,
yo,
that's crazy.
the whole story, like and the more the court case goes on and the more stuff comes out, it's like, what? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever. Okay, so
what?
enough from Kanye. So let's go back to singles, Tim. I have a ginormous list.
I got about five.
Okay, go
Um,
on.
Higher Power, Absolute Bloom,
Yo, that song is great.
dude. It starts right off where they end it on their last
How do
record.
you describe them, Tim?
Post grunge.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
They're not
sense.
new metal. They're not fucking new metal. Stop it.
No,
It's their post grunge rock stuff.
no,
They're
you're
great.
right. You're right.
They got signed to Nuclear Blast. I guess Roadrunner didn't last too long for them. So, but yeah, I love them. They're great, man.
Yeah, they write catchy songs. That's a good way to describe them. Like with Soul Blind and with that sort of stuff. Modern Color. Yeah, Higher Power. That's how I'd put them in post grunge.
Yeah,
Teenage
great stuff.
Wrist. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. You want me to keep going?
yeah. Keep going.
This one came out of nowhere. Kitty with Eyes Wide Open.
I
Um,
still haven't listened to that.
dude, really surprised you, man. It's pretty good. They just signed a Sumerian, so I'm assuming we're getting a new record. But dude, it's heavy, man. It's really heavy. So if you like new metal
Okay.
Kitty, here you go. Check that out. Jordan Sloan put out a single called In a Haze. He just writes good songs. There's nothing else to really say about this. Great rock song, great vocals. Um, Bayway, More Than Blood. I mean, it's fucking Bayway. There ain't nothing else to say. They're the best hardcore band going right now. I don't care what
Yeah,
anyone says.
he put out two this month: Bayway Anthem and More
Oh
Than
yeah,
Blood.
yeah,
They're both fucking insane bangers. Yes.
yeah. Right back. New Jersey puts out the best hardcore. I don't care what anyone says. I'm from Philly. I don't really care. New Jersey puts out the best hardcore. They always have. This is hardcore at its best. This is what hardcore should sound like. This
Yep.
is what hardcore. This is the hardcore I like. I don't like all the other shit. This is the hardcore I like right here. And my last one from a second story window. It's So Say We All. This right here is one of the best comeback songs I've ever heard from a band. It's raw as hell. It's fucking got all the good stuff from the last two records. If you like Delenda, if you like Conversations, you'll love this shit. This just has an even fresher perspective, and I this is going to at the end of the year, this will be one of my most listened to tracks, unless they put out another record or EP or whatever. But this track is fucking
I
amazing.
would think they've got something coming. All those bands are starting to put some stuff out, and it's some of it. See You Next Tuesday. Them. It's not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
great fucking band, great song. I can't stop listening to it. Seriously, check it out.
Okay. So I actually been keeping a playlist. There's so many singles that came out this month. I actually lost track, and in order to do so, I put a playlist together. So it's out on Spotify if those are looking for it under New Breed Podcast. So the first song on my playlist, single this month, Backfire by Throne,
Mm.
where I'm like, Buster can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. Like that thing is a fucking monster. Of
You
Pillars
say
and
Throne, right?
Throne.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Of Pillars and Trees by Brodekin, which
Yeah,
is
that I forgot about that. That was pretty good.
yeah, they got two out this month, so I think we got an album coming. Hideous Divinity did two songs so far this year. Long songs, but really, really technically sound death metal. I really, really enjoy it.
That Brodigan comes out in March.
Oh, it does. Dude, we're
Yeah.
gonna get killed in March. That episode's gonna be like 3 hours. Bunny Suit by Darko.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I couldn't get over the fact watching that video. Not only does the guitarist play the 8 string upside down, he plays the drums right-handed, but he leads with the left foot. So his
Crazy.
left foot is his kick. I was completely, and I don't play drums, but I know enough to understand what I'm looking at. I'm like, this is fucking confusing. But
Well,
that
the
song
guitar
is unreal.
the guitar player's playing the pads, the electronics too.
Yes.
Then there's is he drumming as well?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Yeah. So the guy from Tom from Chelsea Grin only sings.
Oh,
The
okay.
guy from Spite and Amur does the drums, the samples, and the guitars.
Gotcha. Yeah, that shit is so heavy. Oh my
That
god,
shit is
man.
awesome. You already talked about Bayway. Heathen's Prayer by Simulacra. We're getting an EP from them. I love them. They are fucking, we want to talk about great, heavy, heavy hardcore. A big fan. Karma put out Clip Your Wings. I really like Karma. I know people are on the fence with his voice, but I got to admit, when I saw them at This Is Hardcore a couple of years ago, they were aggressive when they played live. And I was not expecting that. I was just expecting a run-of-the-mill hardcore band. Domain put out a couple EP songs because I know they have an album coming out. So they have a couple singles, Corrode and Spores of Industry. Gloves Off with Compost Feelings.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yo, fucking Cody's voice is just vicious. Like, I hope we get another either album or EP from them because he told us last time he was on the show, they're always working on something.
Yeah.
We got the Moment of Truth promo.
Mm.
Ridiculously heavy and not what I expected. Ridiculously heavy.
I gotta listen to that.
New Skeletal Remains. I can't wait for that album. That's late March as well. Again, March, this episode is going to be 2 hours. Did you listen to Cicera, which is the new song from Antichrist Siege Machine?
I didn't know.
Dude, for a two-piece band that does like metal, like grindy metal, holy shit, it's awesome. And they have an album coming out too. They have an album coming out this year.
Okay, I've heard them before. I don't really remember what they sound like, but I will listen to that.
Oh,
tomorrow.
it's so good. It's that grind influenced metal, like speedy blast metal. It's awesome. You know who else put out two singles, which I didn't think were bad, but I need to sit with them a little bit more? Wrist Meet Razor.
I did not like that first single.
The first one I didn't like. Trepidation, No Ceremony, yeah. I did.
I didn't hear that one.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Talk about another band that is coming to their own. Caught in the Treads by Gatecreeper just came out. That single.
I'm not really a fan of that band.
I could take it or leave it, but with this, if they have a whole album like this song, it's going to be awesome because their sound has matured into something that truly stands out for themselves. All right, two more. I promise. Blinding Faith by Knocked Loose.
Yeah,
I think that new album is going to be amazing. I know people are on the fence. Some guys like his vocal. Some people like his vocal. Some people don't. That's fine. I was not expecting to keep getting heavier. I keep waiting for them to take like the turn and make like, summer rock on touring with Godsmack, but they keep getting heavier.
Well, here's my question though. Why do that if everyone loves your heaviness? If
you're right.
If you're gonna get a Target exclusive vinyl release, why and you're heavy and you're that heavy, why even who cares?
No, you're right. At that point, you've got enough cachet and you've got enough respect that you don't have to cater to anybody. You can just make the music you want to make. And
yeah,
eat a dick if you don't like it. And the last single I got is Good Morning by 1056.
I didn't hear that. I didn't even know
I
they put one out.
I really like it. I have become a fan. I've always kind of liked that band, but after the song they did with Resolve and the singer from Paleface, I was like, yo, this shit's really good. I also think I think I didn't put it on a playlist, but I think Left to Suffer did a song with the guy from Paleface, which is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, they did. Yep.
But yeah,
Wasn't a
so
fan.
this I don't know if I talked about it last episode, but yeah, this month for me has primarily been I've just been chucking singles onto this playlist along with those albums.
Yeah. Let's talk about some disappointments here. That new job for a cowboy just does nothing for me.
I honestly I was never a fan, so I'm not really gonna seek it out to be honest with you.
Yeah. I love that that band Bork Nagar, or what the fuck are they called?
Yeah, I think Born Knocker or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They used to be great, but the new record I listened to it, it was okay, but like this, there's some weird singing part. Like they're like Ashan is pretty much making like all that blacky death metal shit turn because the stuff, you know who I'm talking about, right?
yeah,
From Emperor.
yeah.
His solo stuff, he always puts out like this really eclectic, like folky black metal shit. And it's
Hmm.
good for what it is, but I think everyone's trying to copy that and they're failing miserably. No one
Okay.
does it better than Ashan. I mean, come
Yeah,
on, dude.
yeah.
Or Asan. I don't know how you say his name, but
I Shan or I yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea.
fucking, I mean, don't get me wrong. Emperor has some of really good records, and the dude is super fucking talented. But like, leave it to him, dude. Like he's another Devin Townsend in regards to like
Yeah.
talent wise. Leave Devin's sound alone. Let Devin be Devin. Let Ashan be Ashan. You know what I mean?
You want to talk about so disappointments? I'll give you one. Um, I kind of feel weird saying it. The new Enterprise Earth album.
Oh, I didn't like it either.
I really like them. The fact that they were clean singing in the first song, I was like, nope. I'll keep listening, but you've already put a bad taste in my mouth, and it's not bad, but not what I would prefer to listen to.
I didn't really care for it either. I'm not gonna lie. I listened to the whole record and I was like, yeah, oh, whatever. I
Yeah,
could deal without it.
yeah.
I'm gonna go into my metal list in Apple real quick because I know there's a bunch of shit that I listened to that I was just like, whatever. Let me find the metal thing in here. It's always
Was
moving around.
was Alluvial this month or last month? That was last month, right?
That
That
was
EP.
last month.
Yeah,
Yeah, that stuff's really good though.
yeah. It's a shame they're not coming through Philly.
Let's see. So on Apple, I know you have what's his name here. So best new songs. Alcest put out a song I did not like at all. Slaughter to Prevail. Ugh.
Is it? I haven't listened to that. Is it? What's it sound like? Just Lord of the Prevail?
I just they do nothing for me right now.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, here's a record that we totally forgot. The new Darkest Hour.
I haven't listened to it yet.
I heard like 3 tracks and I was like, it's Darkest Hour.
Uh,
Here's a band that does absolutely nothing for me. Author and Punisher.
did he have something new? He put something new out?
Yeah, it's called Motomami.
Oh, it's a cover of something. Yeah. I need to listen to that. Let me add that to my list. While I'm talking, though, you know what I forgot about came out this month, full length? Stages of Decomposition.
Oh yeah.
Raptures of
That shit's
Psychopathy.
crazy.
It is so ridiculously heavy. I couldn't help but laugh. Like I couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Who else put out some stuff here? Ooh, the new Aborted track is good, but I'm waiting for that full length. Who else do we have here? Melvins.
Eh.
A lot of great Bruce Dickinson's coming out with a lot of shit. The new that band that Tim Lambesis does, Austrian Death
Austrian Death
Machine. That
Machine.
shit is trash. I don't care what anyone
It
says.
was a gimmick. I can't believe he's leaning into the gimmick.
Yeah. The Ghost Inside put a new track out. Trash. I can't
Mm,
even describe how trash that is. People love that
mm.
band. They do nothing for me. Judas Priest is putting out songs. I mean, there's a lot of shit coming out, dude. Rotting Christ, Gate Creeper, Kerry King track is trash. Ugh.
Uh, I was gonna ask how is that? Is that any good? It's really not good.
If you like Slayer, you'll like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Boring. Kerry King's an ego fucking maniac.
What else? I don't know if it was this month or last month. Oh, it was this month. What did you think of the new KMFDM album? Let Go.
Not bad at all, actually.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I put it on, I was like, wow, this is kind of a throwback to like the Nile days and not Anger, it's the other one, Extort. Yeah, I really liked it. I will admit though, I miss Lucia, what her name, Cifarelli, I think was her last name. I miss the female accent singing. I really do.
I'll have to go. I'm gonna go back and listen to a lot of their shit.
Dude,
But the new
it's
stuff is pretty
fun.
good.
It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, what bunch of tours have been released or fucking announced. What the fuck am I talking about here?
Yep, yep.
A lot of crazy shit. Of course, Philly's getting fucked as
Nothing.
usual.
No metal. Fucking
Um,
it's
Archspire, Alluvial, aborted. No Philly date. Like, fuck off.
how do they not and if you're not gonna play Philly, okay, I get it. Why not Sayreville? Why not even like fucking they're not even playing like Reading or anything,
No
you
Delaware
know?
date. Nothing. I
That's just
mean,
crap.
yeah, it's pretty annoying, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit coming out. So, like Jay said, the March episode's probably gonna be nuts. So,
Like 6 hours.
yeah.
I'm trying to think. Did the new Maggie Lindemann album, is that no, that was two singles she did. It was in January. It was really, really good.
Yeah, she puts out catchy stuff, definitely. Other than that, I mean, I think we're pretty much.
Yeah, I think
The
that's
first 2 months are always going to be, single this, but we're on the horizon has a lot of shit coming out. So
yeah. There is I forget is there a list of what's coming out in March? Is there
if you go
somebody
to metal and hardcore releases, Lambgoat has a bunch of it. You can go on Lambgoat and see. Well, let's talk about that for a few minutes because we can kill a couple more minutes.
Yeah, so when I come to Lambgo and then we go to releases,
It'll have everything up
all
there.
right. And then I want to go to March 2024. What's coming out in March? All right, drum roll, please. Enslaved,
Mm.
Fall of Leviathan. Ministry. My God. Well, this is supposedly is this another one or the last one? Because I know he said Paul Barker is going to join him for the last one. I don't know if it's this one. Hopium for the Masses. Let's see here. What would we be into? Exhorter? Yeah.
The singles that Ministry has put out are pretty shit.
Nothing. Well, that's a 10-year re-release. Skeletal Remains is on 8th, 3/8. Aborted on 3/15. Brat on 3/15.
Rat?
Brat,
Oh,
Social
Brat.
Grace, they're on prosthetic. They're not bad. Comeback Kid, 3/15. Brodekin is 3/22. Mastiff is 3/22. We got to be on the lookout for that one. Monarch Heavy.
They have a new single out. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I didn't even listen to it. You know what? But like the other stuff that's not on here, where is Boundaries comes out in March?
Well, that's gonna be your album of the year, probably.
I'm gonna hold back judgment. I want to see how much clean singing is actually on the album. If it's one or two songs like the last one, I'm sold. And there was a couple other things that I think are coming out. Who just announced Hours of Penance, that Italian brutal death metal band, who I think is fucking awesome. They have something coming out, but that might not be till April. I gotta look here. Hold on. Let me cross-reference this. We have Life's Question is in April. They're doing a new EP. Inter Arma is April. I haven't listened to that yet either. Did you listen to that Jester album?
No.
Did you listen to the new Garrett the Gray single? Garrett, who we're gonna have on soon. Came out today.
The song he sent us, when I clicked it, it said file not available.
Oh, it just came out today. It's good. It's really good. We're going to talk about. Oh, you know what else came out this year? So far this month. Oh no, it was the end of last month. Nate No Face.
Oh yeah, that EP I just listened to. Yeah,
Really enjoy that. Domain's album comes out in March. So yeah, we got a bunch of hardcore and metal coming out. It's gonna be kind of interesting.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, good stuff. And what I'm trying to think. Did I miss anything that came out so far this month? No. All right. So, hopefully this helps everybody get a grasp of what came out last month. If you missed some stuff, hopefully this gives you the chance to catch up before next month's episode. Tim, any other final thoughts?
If we missed anything, email us, messages, voicemail.
Yeah, put it on YouTube, leave us a voicemail, say, yo, how did you idiots forget about X? And we can't find everything. So want to thank you all for tuning in, watching, listening. Find us at newbreed_podcast, Twitter and Instagram, newbreedpodcast@gmail.com, 267-297 4627 for voicemails, newbreedpodcast@gmail.com. Find us on r/newmetal. Find us on the Facebook group. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining in on the conversation. And until next time, this is the New Breed Podcast saying cheers.
Later.